एवं विष्णु प्रमाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणों भक्ति वेदांत संगीत प्रभुपाद की ISKCON फाउंडर आचार्य बीपीडी फाउंडर आचार्य सेवर ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णु प्रमाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर श्री प्रभुपाद की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय नमाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपिका श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड विहार गोवर्धन की जय रघुवीर श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय पुरनापुरी धाम की जय पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय गंगा मैया की यमुना मैया की भक्ति देवी की श्रीमती तुलसी महाराज की जय समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर की जय श्री श्री गौरी की जय रंगरा श्रीमद भागवतम की जय हिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे और बड़ी सुदर्शन बंधुमुखी और बड़ी सुदर्शन बंधुमुखी और बड़ी सुदर्शन बंधुमुखी all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Murtile Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschanta Deshatarani Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
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 Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 3, Text number 5. The chapter is Gajendra's prayers of surrender. Please repeat. Kalena panchatvam iteshu krishnasho
Kalena panchakam iteshu krishnasho
lokeshu paleshu cha sarvahetushu
lokeshu paleshu cha sarvahetushu
tamastadasit gahanam gambhiram
tamastadasidagahanam gaviram
yastasya pare abhivirajate vibhuh.
yastasya pare abhirajate vibhuh.
Translation and purport by Divine Grace of Charanaranda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: in due course of time, when all the causative and effective manifestations of the universe, including the planets and their directors and maintainers, are annihilated, there is a situation of dense darkness. Above this darkness, however, is the Supreme Personality of Godhead that takes shelter of His lotus feet. From the Vedic mantras, we understand that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is above everything. He is supreme above all the demigods. including Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. He is the supreme controller. When everything disappears by the influence of his energy, the cosmic situation is one of dense darkness. The Supreme Lord, however, is the sunshine, as confirmed in the Vedic mantras, Aditya Varnam Tamasapparastha. In our daily experience, when we on earth are in the darkness of night, the sun is always luminous somewhere in the sky. Similarly, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Supreme Sun, always remains luminous, even when the entire cosmic manifestation is annihilated in due course of time. ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यामनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः तदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजाता सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्णा।
Welcome to our morning Srimad class. We have been continuing Gajendra's prayers of surrender. The fifth verse.
Language once
हिंदी, you want in हिंदी? हिंदी कितने जनों को हिंदी समझ में आती है? कितने जनों को हिंदी समझ में नहीं आती? But that has to be asked in Telugu. So could you please others? How many don't understand English? कितने जनों को हिंदी इंग्लिश समझ में नहीं आती? हाथों पर कीजिए। सबको बाकी लोगों को इंग्लिश आती है, तो आप उनको तेलुगु ट्रांसलेट कर सकते हैं। Sorry, you will have to sit there. I'll speak then in English.
In Hindi, some of them are more comfortable than English.
लेकिन इंग्लिश समझ में तो आती है ना सबको। क्या करें, हिंदी में पता नहीं, हिंदी में कितने लोगों को हिंदी में चाहिए? ना तो करेंगे
हिंदी में चाहिए,
इंग्लिश भी समझ लेते हैं ना आप लोग।
इंग्लिश कंफर्ट, ये जो क्लास कौन सी हिंदी,
they are comfortable with English also. They understand both the language. You tell about about all of you. Is it okay? English? Okay, na?
Okay, English.
I will try to speak in simple English. Not complicated. I will not say zoomorphism, cataclysm. I will use simple English. In case some word is tough, you raise your hand so I understand. I'll give the translation of that. So in this particular fifth verse, translation is, in due course of time, when all the positive and effective manifestations of the universe, including the planets and their directors and maintainers, are annihilated, there is situation of dense darkness. Above this darkness, however, is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I take shelter of his lotus feet. Gajendra is continuing his prayers and he is saying that Lord is above all, manifest and unmanifest nature. सृष्टि स्थिति प्रलय साधन शक्ति रेखा छाये वयस्य भुवनानि विभर्ति दुर्गम. Material energy working under Krishna's direction, supervision, creates these material universes. Then they are maintained and then they are annihilated. So in this 1/4 of the creation, Ekpada Vibhuti, these things continuously go on. Prabhupada in his lectures would often repeat, Bhutva Bhutva Praliyate. Again and again, this material manifestation takes place, and again it is destroyed. The form keeps changing. Just like now we have this earth here, the temple tiles, they are made up of marble. Then earth is also in the form of wooden things. Earth is in the form of this steel donation box, doors, these walls over here. So after some years, this will be all destroyed. This will all become lump of earth. And next time, again it will be created. From this, different things manifestation will happen. This marble may not necessarily become marble. This will be all lump only. Just like simple example of wheat flour. You mix water in that and make flour that or that dough is made, and from that we take out balls. We can flatten them. We roll them on the rolling pad, and then we put it on the frying pan, fried, roast it, and then we offer it to Krishna. That is chapati. So, but then anytime, let's say any time of it, before consuming it, you again put water in that and again mix it. Again dough will appear. Chapati is gone now. Again you can roll. You understand? So like that, these elements are eternal, but they manifest and then they unmanifest. When they are manifest, then it is Prakriti. When they are unmanifest, then it is Pradhan, Mahat Tattva, like that. So it manifests, unmanifest. That's why Prakriti is also eternal. 5 things that are discussed in Bhagavad Gita: Ishwar, Shiv, Prakriti, Kal, and Karma. Of these, how many are eternal? 4. Ishwar, Jiv, Prakriti, and Kal. Only karma is not eternal. The living entity can practice only akarma. Karma, vikarma, akarma. Karma is prescribed duties as per Varna and Ashram. One is Brahman, then he has 6 duties: Yajan, Yajan, Patan, Patan, Dan, Pratikvan. Yajan, he should learn how to perform sacrifice. In the Vedic times, fire sacrifice. In Kali Yuga, Sankirtan Yajna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So we learn from Guru Parampara Acharyas and senior devotees how to chant properly, whether it is japa, whether it is kirtan or Nam Bhajan. Nam Jap, Nam Bhajan, Nam Kirtan. Nam Jap, what we chant 16 rounds softly. Chanting means softly. Srila Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami have written. What is the word in Sanskrit? Or japa, you can read in Tenali. Very softly. In Sanskrit, Sulaghu. Laghu means softly. And Sulaghu means very softly. Chanting should not be heard by others. You should be able to hear. Right? Now, I have this microphone, but you switch it off. Did you hear? Did you hear? But I could hear because it is just audible. That much I said. I did not chant in the mind. Not like this. I was chanting, but it was very soft. I could hear. So that is called as japa. So that's why we request all not to chant loudly. One feels sleepy, then one should do the other things. One can stand up, one can walk, one can put earplugs and chant little loudly. That is all okay. But others should not be disturbed, otherwise offense happens. And by that, then we have difficulties. So chanting is Nam Jap, then Nam Kirtan, that is loud. As a chanting has 3 types. Within that also, Manasik, Upamshu, and Vachi. Manasik means in the mind, you can chant. I chanted one mantra in my mind without moving lips. Then Upamshu is soft, that I showed already. What in the morning we are supposed to chant. And Vachik is loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this is not recommended. 16 rounds of not Vachik, but Upamshu. Not and not Mansik also. You cannot chant 16 rounds in the mind. That is not allowed. And nor can you make Vachik. It has to be Upamshu only. So that is Nam Jap, then Nam Bhajan, singing the different names of the Lord. Bhajans are there. Yashomati Nandana, Brajabaranagara, Gokula Ranjana Kana. So these are different names, Yashomati Nandan, Brajabaranagara, all that. So this is called a Nam Bhajan. And then Nam Kirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Singing. So that is Nam Kirtan. So these are the three ways one can chant. I was telling one point. So this earth and all, I begin with that. This is I having temporary manifestation and then it manifests also. I just lost the link. Let's see. Whatever Paramatma has. So this manifestation will be there and it will be lost. But the spiritual world, Tripad Vibhuti, is always present. Because that is not created at any point of time, it is never destroyed at any point of time. Anything that is born will be met with destruction. Just like our body is born, birth date, the body will meet with destruction, death date. Unfortunately, we don't know what is our death date, and we keep celebrating throughout life birth date. By celebrating your birthday is what do you use? Just others giving you gifts and saying, may you live long. That has no value in one sense. Unless some pure devotees or great souls, they bless you. They can bless you with Krishna Bhakti. They will not say that you live long. So birthday celebration doesn't have that much value. Though in the Vedic times, there is like on Krishna's birthday, or Balramji's birthday, what would the parents do? Bathe them nicely with scented items, chandan, etc. And then give them new clothes, and then they will give charity to Brahmanas, cows, clothes, grains, gold, depending on financial capacity. And then the Brahmanas will bless that child or that person, that may you live long Krishna conscious life. So that is the most important. And so their blessings are there in general also. But on that day, because you were born there and you are born to perfect your life, you are not born to just born increasing your age. Now my 50th birthday, now my 60th birthday, now my 70th birthday, 71st, 72nd, 73rd. Better now. Let it go on. Let me not die. 74th, 75th. This is all useless. What is the use of your living if you are not chanting Hare Krishna and you are not perfecting your human birth? Talking about human birth. Animals anyway, they just live their lives. Human beings, devotees can be merciful to them, chant Hare Krishna, and elevate them to human birth at the earliest by making them hear the holy name, but they cannot chant by themselves. But otherwise, just going on living, it's all useless. Eno avatare charati na janmilo, lochana bole se papi yelo arage. One who did not develop his attachment to Lord Sri Nityananda Prabhu is so merciful. Lochandas Thakur says, such a simple rascal only took birth and died. No, but he lived so long in between 50, 60 years, that's all useless. What is the use of human birth? Just some lump of matter got together in the womb of one lady, and in that the man inserted semen, and through that semen, soul entered in that lump of mesh, in the lump of that flesh, and the body kept developing for 9 months, then that was born, and throughout life, that body though developed physically, externally, and one kept on breaking all regulatory principles, eating meat, gambling, having illicit sex, intoxication. He just spoiled that matter in one sense, and he spoiled his consciousness, and then he died. So what is the use of such a life? So what? Like you make a dough from wheat flour and water, and then you roll chapatis or something, and then again you mix it up, again make a ball out of it, again you keep rolling. So what is the use of that? If you make chapatis after roasting on the frying pan and offer to their lordship, Radha Sundar, then they will be very ecstatic. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. Tadam bhakti uparatam ashnami prayatana. If one offers me with love and devotion, a fruit, flower, water, or uh, what to call leaf, then I accept it. So that was worth it. That's why we find gopis are glorifying bamboo trees. Why? Because they are the ancestors of this bamboo flute. One of their descendants, bamboo, has been taken and converted into murli or vamshi. And then it is all hollow only. Your bamboo is hollow only, isn't it? There's nothing there. You can see like this, and you can see the end outside what is there. And on the top of that, there are some more holes made there in which air has to be blown. So Gopis are saying, "Arey, what is this? Completely empty hollow and with holes." And he gets Adaramrit, Krishna's lotus lips, nectar of his lotus lips. What is that? So amazing. So they glorify that is fortune more than us. This bamboo stick, that is murli, is having more fortune. So that is glorious. Or for that matter, flowers which are offered at the lotus feet of their lordships or at the lotus feet of pure devotees. So those there, whichever plants they come from, that is amazing. They are glorious. Their lives are perfected. They will reach perfection sooner or later. Similarly, the trees from where that pulp is taken and from that paper is made, and on that Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Vedic literatures are printed in printing press. So they are glorious. Those trees, that is all glorious. Similarly, fields from where the grains are grown, the rice, dal, rice, etc. Dal. So that is all taken and offered to their lordships. So that is glorious. That's why if you find in that, not Ugadi, but before that, we have in this month, I think January, February, somewhere. So the crops grow. There are two types of crops. One in rainy season, one in winter season. So that they grow. So as soon as they are ready, immediately the farmers they would bring it to temple and give it to pujari, and pujari would offer it to their lordships. In the form of in the milk. They may add that rice or whatever grains, and then that sweet rice is served to all. So this is perfection. All those crops which grew, that is perfect. But otherwise, just taking birth and dying, not perfecting one's human birth. Scriptures don't give any value to that. The Bhutva Bhutva Pralaya, this manifestation happens. There are four types of pralayas that are described in 12th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So one of them, or the last one of them, in one say, last you can say, is this body meets with pralaya. Our body got not so birth, that is Srushti. And now what is going on is Sthiti. Our body is being maintained. For maintaining our bodies, we have to eat, we have to sleep, we have to pass water, we have to pass stool, we have to do some exercise. Otherwise, your body will not be well maintained. It will have diseases, will have a lot of problems. So currently maintenance phase is going on. And then one point of time, death day, this body will be destroyed. So this circle, this cycle keeps going on and on and on. So one of the four pralayas, the other pralayas you know, one is Amshik pralaya, partial annihilation. When Brahmaji's night begins, when Brahmaji's night begins, he lives for a very long period of time. 4,32,000 years is Kali Yuga. Double of this 8,64,000 years is Dwapar Yuga. Triple of this is Treta Yuga. And four times of this is Satyayuga. X plus 2x plus 3x plus 4x is equal to 10x. So 10 times of Kali Yuga is the total that Chatur Yuga. That is 43 lakhs 20,000. So that is his, multiply that by 1,000. That is Brahmaji's day. And same is his night also. So this is one day. Like that, he keeps living for 100 years. So this is his one day. So when what is this? This will come to 43 lakhs 20,000 into 1,000. This is his day. And after that, his night will begin. So that night period, so lower planetary system, 11 planetary systems will be destroyed. So this is amshik, partial annihilation. And when he dies, Brahma dies, then there is complete annihilation. The all 14 planet systems are all destroyed. But the ultimate destruction is of the body, after which one does not receive another body. This is experienced by pure soul. By whatever means, Lord either sent them to this world for our benefit, for our deliverance, or whatever. Jiva might have perfected his life after few births. And this is his last birth, he became pure devotee. After giving up this body, he will not take any other body. जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम एवं व्यक्ति तत्वतः त्यक्त्वा देहम पुनर्जन्म नैति मामेति. He goes to Krishna. So that is ultimate annihilation. So that pralay is very good, and that is perfection of life. But otherwise, just these other things, just taking birth, dying, again taking birth, dying, and just living some few lifetimes, few years in between. Scriptures don't give any importance to that. So at least as practicing sadhakas, we should not be mad after celebrating our birthdays. Prabhupada, when he was on Jaladuta, there was Janmashtami, so there are no means there. There are Captain Pandya, his wife, and four crew members of that, because not a different. There are no passengers there. It's a crew, that's cargo, goods carrying ship. So only some crew members are there to just to unload and upload, etc. That things. So Janmashtami, he has nothing. He just called those crew members. Captain Pandya, he some gave lecture, spoke something about Krishna. And then prasad should be distributed. What is, there is nothing there. Some apple he had. He offered to the Lord, cut it into slices and gave to them. That's it. Very simple celebration. Eventually, when ISKCON developed, then such pompous Janmashtami, the biggest festival of the year is Janmashtami, all over ISKCON temples. Nothing like that. And second will be like others, Gaur Purnima, etc. But this biggest is Janmashtami, he could celebrate. And as far as his own birthday, which comes just next day, Nandotsav, he did not even mention to anyone. That heart attack, he could have come on that day. Prabhupada would have died also. And he did not matter, he did not bother about it. For him, that death and all was not important. For him to execute the mission of his Guru was the most important thing. He did not care about his birthday being celebrated. So this is how we have to follow in the footsteps of Prabhupada. Means we should not be eager to follow. We should not be eager to celebrate our birthday. He did not care about it. Certainly, the disciples' duty to celebrate Vyas Puja, Guru's birthday, and then afterwards he trained the disciples. They did follow that. But we are not gurus also. We have hardly contributed. So we should not be so eager to celebrate our birthdays. We should seek blessings of their lordships and Prabhupada and devotees. But not that people should glorify me, should give me gifts. That is all what is a huge nonsense. When we are hungry only, our lack of Krishna consciousness is revealed on our birthday like anything. When we are hungry, Hare, please come, let all people know. I had put it yesterday on WhatsApp also and status also. Today is my birthday. Why people are not coming? Where are they? So this is all Maya. This is not Krishna consciousness. We should, on birthday one can attend all 6 artis in ISKCON temple. He can give charity, he can distribute books, he can do so many devotional activities. He can sponsor flowers for their lordships. It depends on how much money he has. If not money, praner, arther, diya, vacha. Okay, that may be a grahastha or Mataji or somebody who cannot give life like brahmachari. But that day he can give his whole energy, pran, artha. Whatever money he has, he can spend a lot on his birthday by offering boga, 6 boga offerings, all can be sponsored, all artists can be sponsored. We have that na, somewhere, daily expenditure in ISKCON temple. The figure is there, whatever it is. Huh?
Celebrate your day.
Yeah, celebrate your day is there. So sponsor, you can give 10 times more also, 100 times more. Other devotees are eager to accept. So praner, arther, dhiya. If not, one can use one's intelligence as to how this day, today is my birthday, so how I can coordinate people and give them best darshan and best facilities. Or vacha, at least one can verbally speak. So that is very important. If one does that, That is perfection. And that is the only purpose for which this is made. It is said that Shiva, when he finds why he does Tandav Nritya and is dancing and destroying the whole creation, because he is very angry on all the jivas, living entities, that they were awarded this birth, a human birth, during their life. And they did not perfect so long, ever since ever since Brahma was born, till Brahma's death. They got so many opportunities, so many times birth they got, human bodies they got, but did not perfect after several facilities, what you call, several times getting this opportunity. So Shiva becomes very angry and he just destroys the whole creation. Sankarshan releases fire, burns the whole universe, material universe. For 100 years there is burning of the universe, in 100 years there is water, inundation and all that. He is extremely angry. Tamas, tamas that he uses that for this purpose. So we are, our bodies are born through the medium of Shiva and Parvati. We are parts and parcels of Krishna as souls, but the bodies are given by Shiva and Parvati. So they will be very angry that we gave you body, human birth, you did not perfect your life. The only goal of human body, human birth, is two things: glorification of the Lord and thereby purification of the heart. Purification of the heart by glorification of the Lord. These are the only two purposes. There is no other purpose. But because we have to glorify the Lord with this body, so for maintenance, one can earn some livelihood, some money through job, through business, and that's it. Otherwise, one should not worry about this eating and all that stuff. Roti, kapada, makan, that Krishna will provide. Spiritual well-being is automatically followed by material well-being. If one is focused on practicing bhakti, Krishna will provide all the facilities, all facilities. Prabhupada is the best example. He did not care about roti kapada makan. He just went to West to preach the Krishna's glories with 40 rupees never used, and he got crores of rupees for further glorification of the Lord. So that kind of absolute chastity is required. And one should not worry. Ananya Chintayutamam, Yajana Paripasati, Tesham Vidyavayutanam, Yogakshemam Mahamiham. Krishna said, I will preserve what you have and I will carry what you like. You just focus on bhakti to me. That is his desire. That's it. He's not saying that you maintain yourself and all that. No. You just depend on me. And I will take care of everything. You be just like a child. That's why we hear pure devotees are like children. Pure devotee is like a child. He's not childish. He's like a child. He's very innocent. Like child, you ask, hey, you took your lunch. What about your dinner? Mother will give. Mother is not, she's a housewife. She doesn't earn money. Oh, father will give. He earns money. Give to mother, and mother will cook, and she will feed me. She will even feed me with her hand also. Like that, isn't it? So that is what is innocence. And then the grown-up man, he doesn't think, no, my parents will die. They're not about my maintenance. I have to stand on my own legs. I have to maintain myself, my wife, my children, and so many others like that. So he takes the burden of maintenance on his own head, and then he cannot be Krishna conscious. अमितव नित्य दास जानिनु ए बार আমার পালন ভার এখন তোমার Srila Thakur is saying in Ekhona Bhujana Prabhu song that Amitava Nityadas, oh Lord, I am your eternal servant. जानीनु ये बार इस बार अभी समझा है मुझे ये लाइफ टाइम में इन दिस लाइफ आई हैव अंडरस्टूड दैट आई एम योर इटर्नल सर्वेंट so what is the proof that one has realized that he is eternal servant of Krishna? The proof is amara palana bhara ekhono tomare. My maintenance is now your responsibility, your headache. There is no headache for Krishna. So it's not a headache. Sometimes, even when the brahmacharis are there in ashram and so many brahmacharis, sometimes the question comes, what about maintenance? So, because if you have lavish lifestyle, costly thing, then it becomes a problem. And if they are not contributing to the mission, They are not distributing books and all. So then the management authorities have to think lot of expenditure on each brahmachari. How much is monthly expenditure on each brahmachari? That is also calculated. I know things because I was also in management. Per per brahmachari 6,000 rupees per month. This is old news I'm telling per month. And then we have so many 70, 80, 100 brahmacharis. So few lakhs rupees on their maintenance. So what to do? So this kind of thing. So one has to practice bhakti very sincerely and realize that I am Krishna's eternal servant and serve him wonderfully as a brahmachari or as a whatever, Grihastha, Prabhu, Mataji, whatever. Then maintenance will be taken care by the Lord. हमारा पालनहार एक होना तो हमारा like that. And even if at all somebody by all means he takes the burden of maintenance on himself and keeps working and he maintains himself. Okay, chalo, body is maintained, gross body. But what about subtle body? Hmm? बड़ दुख पाइयाछि स्वतंत्र जीवाने दुख दूरे गेलो ओ पद He's saying that बड़ो दुख पाइयाछि. Okay, chalo, you took care of your maintenance. I have worked hard and I earned salary every month and so many thousands of rupees and my roti, kapda, makan, everything I insured. But you are miserable only. Hmm? You may be chanting 16 rounds daily or more rounds, but because you took the burden of maintenance on yourself, बड़ो दुख पाइयाछि स्वतंत्र जीवन है. You did not allow Krishna to take care of yourself. You only took care of yourself, thinking that what if Krishna doesn't take care of me, then what? Just in case, what if? These are all against faith. Faith means Krishna bhakti kaile sarva karma kritam hai. If only I practice devotional service, everything else is taken care of. I don't have to worry about my maintenance. So all this what if, just in case, you know, who knows? Who knows? Krishna knows. You just know Krishna, try to know Krishna. You don't have to know Krishna fully also. Try to know a little bit. And he knows. He knows everything. In fact, Yasmin Vigyatam Sarvameva Vigyatam Bhavati. By knowing Krishna, you know everything. Prabhupada said a devotee should know uh, about, about everything, he should know something. And about something, he should know everything. About everything, you should know something. Like you should know a little bit about Ayurveda. You should know a little bit about physical exercise. You should know a little bit about cooking. You should know a little bit about maintenance and maintenance means temple maintenance and party. You know, or this or that, architecture, something like that. About different fields, we should know little about mobile operation. We should know little something. And about something, devotee should know everything. What is that something? That is Krishna consciousness. About Krishna consciousness, that science, we should know everything. Prabhupada's, how he has given the name for the book, The Nectar of Devotion. Original book is Sri Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, written by Sri Rupa Goswami in Sanskrit. But Prabhupada gave summary study of it, just like he gave Bhagavatam 10th canto summary study in the form of Krishna. It is not 10th canto as it is summary study in the form of stories, and Prabhupada has given philosophical understanding about Krishna, etc. Likewise, he has given summary study of the Shri Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu in the form of the Nectar of Devotion. But the title is the Nectar of Devotion, and below the complete science of devotional service. Complete science. So this we have to know. If we don't know, then life will be a failure. As Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna. Krishne Swadham Upagate Dharma Jnana Divisaha Kalo Nashta Drushamesha Puranarko Adunoditaha. When Krishna left this material world after being here for 125 years, at the end of Dwapar Yuga, when he left, along with him, religion also went, knowledge also went, dharma, jnana, adibi, etc., etc., all piety and all auspicious qualities left with him. Kalau nashta drushamesha, and the rest of the population of Kali Yuga, they fell in deep, dense darkness of ignorance. Then Krishna again appeared as a brilliant sun in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Puran. So as Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna himself, Sri Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is Srimati Radharani herself. So we have to know she is only Bhakti Devi. She is only this complete science of devotional service. She knows everything, science and art also. She is having so many wonderful qualities. She is an expert dancer, cook, everything. One of her qualities is Vidyarthini. She is always eager to learn. How am I to please Krishna at this moment? She is expert anyway. She pleased Krishna previous moment. But at this moment, Krishna's mind has some other desire. So how can I please him now? She is eager to know. She doesn't never think, oh, I know everything. So many items I cooked, I fed him and he is happy with that. No. Now how to please? She is very eager. She'll inquire from Lalita, she'll inquire from Vishaka, she'll inquire from anyone and everyone. Whosoever knows how to please Krishna at that time, she is eager to know. That's why her this quality is there. Vidyarthini, the best student for that matter, always eager to learn. So we have to learn this the science. That is most important. If this science is not learned, then again we'll take birth, which is not recommended in the scriptures. That means life was wasted. One did not perfect it for whatever purpose he was sent, he did not achieve it. Like somebody goes from Vijayawada to Delhi to do something, and he goes there and he forgets that. And in Delhi, he finds, oh, there is Gateway of India. He's attracted. Then Qutub Minar is there. Then he thinks, what I have to go to Taj Mahal also. It's just nearby only, Agra. And like that, and then he comes back. And afterwards, people ask, did you achieve that? No, I forgot only. I got carried away. People will say, what is the use? Sudama felt something like that while returning from Dwarka. His house was in Porabandar, 100 kilometers away around from Dwarka. Now also we can go, his house is there. On the return journey, he was in anxiety. Oh my God, my wife had sent me here for asking something, a cow or something from Krishna. I did not ask him anything, for anything I did not ask. What will she say? We will continue with our poverty. And she will be thinking, "Arey, all the way 100 kilometers you walk, and 100 kilometers you walk back, 200 kilometers. And I had sent you for that reason." So he was a bit in anxiety. About wife, wife will ask. About himself, he was very ecstatic. Oh, Krishna embraced me. Kaham daridra papiyam. Krishna Sri Niketana. What a sinful rascal I am. And where is Krishna? Sri Niketana, the abode of the goddess of fortune. Bahubhyam parirambita. With his two arms, he embraced me. He embraces only Rukmini Devi and he embraces only Balram. One says no third person. And he embraced me, though I am so sinful. He was in ecstasy like anything about that part. But about this part, what how to answer wife? So Krishna said, Ananya. So he lacked that basic maintenance. He had Ananyas Chintayantama. While returning, he is all the time Krishna conscious only. While going also, he was Krishna conscious. And now all the more, now he is in ecstasy. Ananyas Chintayantama, and he is worshipping Krishna like that. Tesham Nitya Abhitvanam Yoga Kshema Mahamiyam. So he had Krishna consciousness that is protected. And what he is lacking, some basic needs. So Krishna immediately provided. Not some, he provided so much opulence, it was mind-boggling. After, when he came to his place, he was wondering, I came to wrong address. What happened? My house was here. Because the house is not there only, that hut is not there. It was a huge palace, far superior to Indra's palace also. So he was confused and he was thinking of going to his hut. Maybe I lost the way. But then suddenly his wife came, and the way she was so opulently dressed. Sari was of whatever thousands and lakhs of rupees, and all the jewelry and all that. And she came with a bright smile on her face. Not because she was carried away. Bhogeshwari Prasaktana, Taya Apuruto Chesasana. Not that. That we sadhakas will get carried away because our hearts are contaminated. That's why Krishna will never give us that kind of opulence because we will forget bhakti. But she was crying tears of gratitude and glorifying her husband that you are so devoted to Krishna that your master, our master, has given so much. We never wanted so much. But he, and they felt that our devotion to the Lord, she also felt, is very less. We don't deserve so much. It is too much like that. So out of gratitude, she was crying tears. And when Sudama saw that, he also had tears of gratitude in his own eyes. That how Lord has given so much. How can he give? It's not required. It's too much. But then anyway, as humble, as simple as he was, he did not he did not get carried away with all that wealth. He used it all for giving in charity. Because I was saying, yajan, yajan, pathan, pathan, dan, pratigraha. So a Brahman is also has to give dan. So he gave unlimited dan throughout his life. He gave cows in charity because so much wealth was there. And he was not like a possessive and hoarding all that. Just in case. In future, what? Who knows? Krishna may leave this world before me. And then in case something happens, economic crisis comes, and I lose some thieves, they dacoits, they attack, and they take all this wealth away. We have absolute faith in Krishna. So he just used all that wealth in the service of the Lord. And then very wonderful Krishna conscious life. He preached and lot of things he did. So like that, one has to have faith in Krishna. And one has to perfect his life, not get carried away by worldly propaganda. Faithless people who are envious of Krishna, who have left Krishna's lotus feet and have been wandering through the cycle of birth and death for millions of lifetimes, hearing more and more advertisement by Maya and going further away from Krishna, they will always have propaganda that work hard, earn money, enjoy life, and there is no surety, so you should have your own arrangements and all that. So many things will be advertised. But one who is hearing from pure devotee, he will never be deaf to that message. He'll be deaf to all this worldly propaganda. No matter how much of people shout, what about your future? Just in case, what if? That's why Prabhupada once asked, one man was saying, Swamiji, what if tomorrow you come to know that there is no Krishna, there is no God in control? That's it. So what if that? Prabhupada is amazing. Different times he had different strategies to answer any kind of opposing or atheistic question. So Prabhupada said, okay, supposing that there is no Krishna, there is no God in control, Krishna is not that God, there is no God only. So supposing that there is no God in control, still we are having wonderful lifestyle. We get up early in the morning, early to bed, early to rise. Next one, healthy, wealthy, and wise. So we sleep early, we get up early, we are healthy. Wealthy because you will not get diseases. So whatever earnings are there, they are not spent on doctor and medicines. So you are wealthy also and wise also. You are very intelligent. And apart from that, our foodstuffs are very pure. There is a non-veg which will lead to number one disease, heart attack. Number two disease, cancer. Is mainly because of non-veg consumption. So we'll be very healthy. And we're dancing, we're singing. In the movie we see, whichever movie is there, 2 3 hours of movie, whichever language it is. So the movie, all dialogues are there, sentences. The hero will speak, heroine will speak, villain will speak. But whenever some ecstatic moment is there, then there is song. Some 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, and then all are dancing. Suddenly from nowhere, so many people come, and nobody is seen to be playing drums, etc. But sound is coming very, and in fact there are, forget about movie, there are top 10 songs hit list, what they call hit songs, isn't it? They are glorified. Irrespective of the movie, the song only becomes very famous. No connection with the movie, that song, whatever that song is. So we sing. So we are chanting, dancing, singing, wonderful prasad, beautiful deities, clean temples. So we are enjoying life, even if there is no Krishna. He was surprised. Yeah, true, Swamiji. Yeah, wonderful life. Even if Krishna doesn't exist, you are all enjoying life. And then Prabhupada said, but what if Krishna exists, Krishna is existing, then what will happen to you? You are, because he is not following Krishna, he is breaking the rules of Krishna, then he was scared. So we have to have faith and just depend on Krishna, depend on Acharya, and everything is taken care of. One doesn't have to worry about what if and what that. Krishna is there. Just like that child, that is called as innocence. Younger the child, or lesser age, that much he is dependent on parents. That's why Prakriti also has made such arrangement. You can see the child is born very small, and then he is on the lap of mother. The mother is weak, weaker than father. But he cannot eat any food stuff in the world. He can take only milk from the breast of mother. So she is weaker than father. So she has to hold him in her arms. So because he has to take the breast milk. So he's very small, he's very tender, and he's very lightweight. And as he keeps growing and all, then milk need is not there. After 6 months, annaprashan can happen. After 1, 2 years, then he can take food stuff. So he is grown up, and she cannot pick him up also. So then he starts crawling, he starts walking, he starts running, and he's independent. He doesn't need so much mother's body support and all that. Prakriti has made wonderful arrangement for the Jiva's maintenance, so that he takes to Krishna consciousness and perfects his life and goes home, back to Godhead. Never to come back to this material world, where here the things will go on. So here he's saying, in due course of time, when all the causative and effective manifestations of the universe, including the planets and their directors and internals, are annihilated, there is situation of dense darkness. So this will be all dense stuff. Now we are having so many lights and people are halogen lamp and this and that. But after annihilation, there will be complete darkness. There will not be sun and moon. They remain in the sky during partial annihilation, but they become very dim. Sun will be like less than even moon. Even moon is anyway little less only illumination. That's why it's night lamp. Moon is night lamp. But then also the intensity, the what do you call the luminous. We calculate light in terms of what? Luminous. Yeah, so that will decrease, and sun will decrease like anything. It will just like in the winter season, we see in the sky something like fog is there, and we see some kind of circular thing, and we know that is sun, but it is there no scorching sun rays, etc. So much lesser than that will be the effect. Sun and moon will remain in the sky, but will not be able to give that much light and that much intensity, etc. Thus, Krishna's arrangement is very wonderful. Dense darkness, and when complete annihilation happens, then dense darkness. Above this darkness, however, is the supreme person regarded. I take shelter of his lotus feet. Krishna is always there in that. परस्तस्मात् तु भावोऽन्यो अव्यक्तो अव्यक्तात् सनातनः यस्य सर्वेषु भूतेषु नश्यस्सु न विनश्यति. Parastasmaत् तु भावोऽन्यो. Beyond this material creation, there is another creation, spiritual world. Krishna is talking. Yassu sarveshu bhuteshu nashyassu. When everything in this world, the whole world is annihilated, including all the living entities, that world remains. Yasya sarveshu bhuteshu nashyassu na vinashyati. That is never destroyed. Krishna is never destroyed. Krishna is always there. And the Jiva also does not die. During partial annihilation, he will go in the body of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, in that navel and all that. And during complete annihilation, he will enter in the body of Karanodakshaya Vishnu. So he remains there. He is not dead. Jiva is eternal and the Lord is eternal. And only other thing that is eternal is their eternal connection through bhakti. The bhakti is not destroyed. That's why one has to practice bhakti, and that one of the 4 annihilations as we discussed, that should happen. Ultimate pralay in terms of when we lose this body, we never come back in this body. Unless Krishna desires, and Krishna sends us as his representatives for the preaching propagation purpose. That is fine. Otherwise, life is a waste if it is not perfected by becoming fully Krishna conscious. Completely. Our consciousness is meant only for Krishna. That is our original nature. But unfortunately, because of ignorance, because of our material desires, we have just covered over that so much. It's all waste. So one has to take shelter of this process given by Krishna, following the acharyas and gurus, perfect ones. Okay, any question?
Actually, I'm not just focusing on the faith. So how we can get that faith?
Faith comes by hearing from those who have faith. When they speak, then we understand more. And we see them also in life, how they depend on Krishna. So faith is very important thing for us in spiritual life, and that grows by hearing and also chanting the glories of the Supreme Lord in the association of devotees. So hearing and chanting. The more and more you do, more your faith will grow. And more we hear from materialistic people, more our faith will be decreased, will decrease. That's why we find till initiation also, devotees show so much sincerity, seriousness in their devotional practice. But after initiation, not always, but sometimes, we find the devotee has become slack in his devotional practice. Why? Because he thought initiation is over. Now I have to take care of my career also, my family also, so many things. And then he keeps hearing materialistic people or devotees who are materialistically minded. That's called as Bhaktadham. They are called as Kanishta Adhikaris. They are lowest of the devotees. They have envy in their heart. They have passion and ignorance in their heart. So if one hears them, then one will have decrease. Faith will decrease. It will get covered over. Faith in Krishna will be covered over, and you have difficulty. That's why Srila Rupa Goswami in the Nectar of Instruction is saying in the fifth verse, Krishneti yasya giritam manasa driyeta dikshasti chet pranatibhishcha bhajantam isham shushrooshaya bhajana vigyam ananya anya nindadishunyam vritam ipsita sangalabdhya. He's saying that Krishneti yasya giritam manasa driyeta. One who is chanting Krishna's name. Even those who are newcomers are coming, they just say Hare Krishna, or they say Jai Radha Shyam Sundar ki Jai. So they are chanting Krishna's name, not regulated fashion, but they are not against Krishna. So they are also Kanishtadhikaris in one sense. So one should bow down to them in the mind. Krishneti yasya giritam, one who chants Krishna's name. Manasa, in the mind, Adriyat, one should respect. Dikshasti chet pranati vishya bhajantam isham, one who has got Brahman Diksha, he is engaged in worshipping the deities, Pujari directly. Dikshasti chet pranati vishya bhajantam isham, one should physically bow down to him. Panchan Pranam. And then Shushrushaya. Shushrushaya means what? Physically serve. Or Shushrusha has two words. Physical service, Vapu Seva. And Shushrusha also means Shrusha, Shru, Shruti, Shravan, hearing. One should hear with rapt attention. Pure devotee of the Lord. Shushrusaya, who? Bhajana Vigya. One who knows how to practice bhajan. Is expert in bhajan. He knows what is bhajan, what to do, what not to do, and he has been practicing for years. Shushrusaya bhajan vigyam ananyam anyam, without any deviation. Mind doesn't waver here, there. It's fixed in his bhajan, in his worship of the Lord. Shushrusaya bhajan vigyam ananyam anyam nin, and okay, this is his fixity inside. How to know externally? So external symptom is also given by Rupa Goswami. Nindadi shunyam. He is not having any inclination even to criticize others. How much we take pleasure in criticizing others? It's just feast for the tongue. What is that devotee's problem? What is that devotee's mistake? And eager to hear all that. So one should not be like that. Shushrusha bhajan vigam ananya nindadi shunyam rudama ipsita sangalabdya. One should desire association of such devotees. Vapu or Vani. Vapu is there, very good, because Vapu also will be leading to Vani Mandi. Pure devotee will not be like outside Baba, click photos and all that. That is not the pure devotee. Pure devotee means he'll speak about Krishna. Prabhupada was asked by George Harrison. There are so many Bhagavad Gitas, commentators on Bhagavad Gita. So many. There are, if you see Prabhupada only when he went to West, there are some 600 Bhagavad Gita versions which are available there. So by now there will be thousands of Bhagavad Gitas available. So all the commentators, writers, authors of Bhagavad Gita, which Bhagavad Gita should we follow? So Prabhupada said, which commentator should we follow? Prabhupada said, Bhagavad Gita is word of Krishna. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So anyone who is most addicted to Krishna, such commentator is the best commentator. So he is addicted to Krishna. His addiction will be seen in life. No? Somebody has addiction for smoking. Now, will it be that 24 hours you have observed him and not even once you saw him touching the cigarette? No. Several times he will be smoking. One after other cigarettes. He will be chain smoker kind of. Similarly, somebody is addicted to wine or any kind of other drugs, etc. So he will be speaking about Krishna. Pure devotees, association means he will speak about Krishna. And that's why we should Be eager to hear from him about that. You should not ask such pure devotee, so how are you, Maharaj? Hmm? Like that. He should ask us, how are you doing in your bhakti? How is your bhajan? Is your bhajan going on? Many times we speak more and make them hear from us than to hear from them. They know Krishna and we don't know Krishna. So we should hear from them. When we hear, then Krishna enters. Pravishta Karana Randrena Swanam Bhava Saroham. Dunoti Shamalam Krishna Salilasya Yatha Sharad. Krishna enters through ears. Krishna does enter through our this aperture in this skull internally, and with that covered with this flesh that we have our face. In that some holes are made. So there is one hole made. It can be closed. There is an opening also. Like curtains are there for halter clothing. So like that, these curtains are there. They can open up. An aperture is there, and we can see Krishna. So Krishna does enter in the form. In the form, that form, whatever form of Krishna is there, Radha Shyam Sundar, what is the height and all. So he enters through these eyes. But because we have not heard about his glories, about his name, form, qualities, passing, so many times that form may be something like sentimental approach. It will not get fixed in the heart. That's why he's saying uh, Pravishta Karana Randrena. That's why this is the best darshan of Krishna. Shrauta Pantha, Shrutekshita, Shruta Ikshit, seeing Ikshit, Shruta by hearing, Pantha, path. The path of seeing through hearing. This is glorified by all the Acharyas. Brahma is using this word Shrutekshita Pantha, etc. And Prabhupada elaborates on that, Bhagavatam. So this is very important. Then Krishna enters and he cleanses the impurities in our heart. Dhunoti, Shamalam Krishna, just like Salilasya Yatha Sarat, the Sharat Rutu, that season rains. The Varsha Rutu rains, they are torrential, they're too heavy, Ghangor Varsha, continuous, too much, and by that kind of floods come, all the water bodies are contaminated. Water level rises, they're all contaminated water, reddish color, brownish color, all that. It's not pure water. But in just 2 months later, when autumn begins, Sharad Rutu, then what rains come? They are not heavy rains, they are drizzling. Just like that, little, little. And by that, all the water bodies are purified. They become crystal clear water. So like that, Krishna in the form of sound vibration, he enters our heart. He will purify the sarovar, saroruham, this sarovar, this pond of our heart, which has a lot of contamination, passion, ignorance, and even goodness. So Krishna will do that. So one should hear about Krishna. What was your question again? Faith. So faith will grow by hearing from those who are having faith in Krishna. Those who have absolute faith in Krishna. Prabhupada, you can see his faith in Krishna. He went just with 40 rupees on cargo ship at back end of his life in ill health. So his faith is amazing. That's why we have to read his books daily. Then our faith will grow. We should not just read here, there, anything. No, should hear from him, read his books. Then faith will grow. Is that okay? Any other question?
चार तरह का प्रलय के बारे में बताया था तो उसमें से आप वो बताया आंशिक प्रलय
Yeah, I'm not remembering. So 12th canto, if you can find out. Annihilation. 4 types of pralayas are there. You remember? There are in the 12th canto.
Every day of Brahma.
Okay. Every night.
Every night of Brahma, the second one. First one is like every yuga.
After every yuga.
Like 4 yugas.
After Chatur Yuga. That is his day only, bro. Okay, after every Chatur Yuga, then 1000 multiplied, that is his day. So, okay. But again, he's saying after every Chatur Yuga is over, then after Brahma's night begins, then Brahma's death, and then the fourth is body ignorance is destroyed. Okay. So these are, you'll find it in the 12th canto. Yeah.
And Adhikari devotee will do some aparadha.
Speak loudly.
Adhikari devotee, he will do some aparadha and he will think that I am doing for Krishna. So how we should take that. If my friend devotee is doing he will tell to do something seva for me. So I will careless him. And he will doing.
Careless means you are not listening to him.
I will let him.
He's taking casually.
Casually, I will take casually. I'll do after some time or something, and I'm doing seva on. So I'm confusing on that.
That's why you should have a counselor. Whenever we have two lives in one sense. One is services that we render, and this devotional part in one sense, Shravanam, Kirtanam, etc. So the counselor will take care of the spiritual part, which is purely Shravanam, Kirtanam, etc. And the authorities will take care of your other limbs of devotional service, your Archanam. You are a pujari. So authority will be the pujari department head. He will ask, "Hey, you are a pujari, you have to come every day or every week, something like that." So similarly, Pada Sevanam, physical services. Somebody will, kitchen authority will say, you are a brahmachari, you have to come, or you're in driving department, you have to drive. So they will take care of other seven, not seven, we can say five parts of devotional service. But Shravanam, Kirtanam, one who takes care of that part, he is kind of your counselor. So you should have a counselor who is there for you and who gives regular classes also. You hear Shiksha from him and he corrects your mentalities. When a counseling group meeting is going on, the counselor knows which counseling is doing what, and some other counselors also, some sadhakas or neophytes, what all mistakes they do, he addresses it all. So when we hear that, then we understand, oh, this is not good, that is not good, and all that. And he personally also will take care. In case your authorities have given you a lot of services, you are not able to sleep properly, you can approach your counselor, and then he'll say, oh, really, you are getting only 3 hours rest every night. Okay, I'll talk to that authority. I will take care of that. Because counselor is senior, he can meet that devotee or whatever, in charge, etc. So like that, even in ISKCON higher level also we have that. We have GBC's Governing Body Commission. So that is top authority of ISKCON. Under GBC, we have presidents. Under president, there will be temple commanders. Like that, hierarchy is there. And other side, under GBC, there will be sannyasis. Under sannyasis, then there will be counselors, like that. So one will take care of spiritual, this Shravanam and Kirtanam, and others will take care of Archanam and Dasyam, all that, Pada Sevanam, like that.
Thank you, Guruji. So, and I'm was confusing by I'm doing some aparadhas also, knowingly or unknowingly, but I'm thinking I'm doing for Krishna.
No, you don't have right.
Yeah.
Just like that, you cannot say.
Clarity on.
Yeah. Because who has given you that right to offend others?
Thank you.
Like your relative may be sick or in a very dangerous position, and you're taking him in the car and you're going with high speed and you're crushing many things, many people. You cannot say, nobody, I'm doing ultimately to save life. Huh? But while saving life, you are killing more people. To save one person's life, you have killed 5, 6 people by now. This is not acceptable. So, in one sense, if you insult a devotee or assassinate his character, assassination means what? Killing. So, we are not having any right to do that. Just because we are servants of Krishna. In fact, more than serving Krishna, what is important is serving his devotees. Bhakta puja bhidika, in 11th canto, Krishna says, far superior to why worship is worshipping my devotee. Mad bhakta puja adhika, puja bhidika. So pujari's glory is worshipping the Lord. But more important than that is serving devotees. We have to do, somebody has to do deity worship, that is okay. But more important is serving Vaishnava. That is Madhyamadhikari. Kanishthadhikari, that's why for him deity worship is recommended. Because what happens, he is not able to see Krishna in the form of devotees. In Chaitanya Bhagavad, it is said, Lord says that there are 4 manifestations of the Lord in Kali Yuga. One is Srimad Bhagavatam, we discussed already. One is Tulsi. Tulsi is not different from the Lord. Krishna's manifestation in the form of a plant. And Ganga, in the form of river, that is Ganga. And the 4th is Vaishnava. So devotee is manifestation of Krishna. That should be seen. That is very important. If we don't have knowledge, we are having ignorance, we'll see devotee like, who is he? And we'll commit offense. And Krishna will not be pleased. Krishna is never pleased by our arrogance. One should be humble always. Respect everyone. For that matter, not only devotees, even outsiders also, other human beings, other living entities, birds, aquatics, beasts, reptiles, everyone we have to respect. That is the sign of a pure devotee. Sakale Sammana Purite Shasati. He has that strength of respecting everyone. What you need for respecting everyone? Basically, absence of false ego. When false ego is not there, you see everybody as Krishna's child and you respect everything. When false ego is there, then you think, I am no less, I am great. Then who is he? He is lesser than me. I have all rights to insult him, discard him, reject him, say no to him. No.
आप पता है तो मानसिक बाची का रूपांश उसके अंदर रूपांश तो बताया slowly और softly तो सूल
Very softly.
और
Sulagu.
सूल
That is Upankshu.
और मानसिक मन के अंदर से जो
Man ही मन.
मन और बाची क्या है
Speak loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. This is watching japa. Everybody is able to hear. This is not recommended. For us, Upankshu. Very softly. You should be able to hear. That's it. Any other question?
My question is also on faith. So what is the practical thing?
Also, faith increases by knowledge. So the more you gain knowledge, it's very important. There is Laukik Shraddha and Shastriya Shraddha. When you have Laukik Shraddha, means like you will find people come, La, Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. Like that, you'll find everywhere in India, so you'll find like anything. People will go beyond this also. मेरे लाला का birthday. So this is Laukik Shraddha. Something wrong happens in their life, they will be cursing Krishna. What is this? Huh? Itna bhakti kiya. And this is what? So this is Laukik Shraddha, which is just sentimental faith. But Shastri Shraddha is very important, based on the scriptures. You know why Krishna has given misery in my life, or why the happiness is coming. So how Krishna is working. You know Krishna's ways of working, and you have absolute regard, respect for that, and you want to develop your love for Krishna more and more and more. So that is Shastriya Shraddha. In Bhakti Sandarbha, even Jiva Goswami says, Apicheta Suduracharo Bhajati Ma Manane Bhag. That Krishna says na, that even if my devotee performs most abominable activity, if he continues devotional service, I consider him to be a sadhu, a saintly person. So Bhakti Jiva Goswami says that that person, that devotee has Laukik Shraddha. Because if he had Shastriya Shraddha, he will never do abominable activity. Yes.
Question is, Prabhu, as you said, hearing from the sadhu, some scriptures to increase the faith, but for brahmacharis, it is because they will always get the association, they will not be able with the always with the devotees, brahmacharis. But grihasthas, what I observed in my life from few months, I'm out of the faith. Maybe I'm not doing chanting properly. Initial days, my chanting was. I feel.
Okay, so over the years, you are seeing that your faith is reducing. That is because less Shravana. What? Every Grihastha also, one cannot say I am Grihastha, so I cannot be having morning program. No, it's compulsory. You have to ideally get up at 4, if not 4:30 or 5. And then because other houses also around, you cannot start Mangalati loudly with Kartanam. You can chant first. Some prayers like we have in our youth centers, Shikshashtak prayers, and then start chanting Hare Krishna Mahantra. And then have Mangalati, Nasingati, Tulsari. It can be shorter version. Here we have elaborately. We have 20 minutes or 25 minutes Mangalati. But at home, there can be just shorter, 15 minutes. Nasimati in 2 or 3 minutes. Tulsi in 4 or 5 minutes. Like that, very short. In 20-25 minutes, when I am alone traveling, I tell if devotee is there with me, all of us will sing together. and no repetition, only Hare Krishna mantra will be repeated. And in 15-20 minutes, Mangalati, Narsingati, Tulsiati, everything is over. I call it as fast track Mangalati, fast track morning program, like that. And then the reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. If you have more family members who are interested in bhakti, they are also sadhakas. Then your wife, your children, parents, some neighbors, you give class one verse like here, you discuss. Or if not, you are all alone, or only wife is there, something like that. Then you can keep on reading and little bit explanation. But that should be done.
Here, today morning we have this online where Prabhuji attend in one forum.
Yeah.
Mati attend one forum. In that, this like this only. Like this one.
Yeah. So we have that already.
That reading.
You have to just join that group. That is their online facility there now.
Sometimes they cook na Mataji. So what happens? They cook and they hear Prabhupada.
Okay. Basically, you have to join this online forum. Best is offline only. Best is you yourself conduct in your house. But in case that is not happening, difficult, then just join this online. Nowadays, so many groups are there. But you have to make sure you have morning program and evening also, if possible, something little bit at least, maybe one Gaurati and little reading or just reading Bhagavad Gita, something like that. Otherwise, evening for family members, little more family duties and all that. But there has to be a regular Shravan. Nityam Bhagavata Seva. Then only your Abhadras will decrease. That Rajogun and Tamogun, they only envelop our faith. Rajogun means, work hard and I will maintain myself. A lot of insecurity. And ignorant fellow, okay, I am lazy. I cannot get up. I cannot chant Hare Krishna. So these are very deadly. Lethargy. Krishna said that in the Bhagavad Gita. What he says, Yuddhasva Vigata Jwara. Fight for Arjun. Vigata, Gata, gone, Jwara. This lethargy. Giving up lethargy, fight. Don't be lazy. So laziness is one big enemy in bhakti. Lazy for spiritual life. In fact, that is what is laziness comes in 1:1:10 also. First canto, first chapter of Bhagavatam. The 10th verse says, Prayana alpha yusha sabhyaha kalavasmin yuge janaha manda sumanda matayo manda bhagya hi upadrata. The Kali Yuga people, they are manda, they are lazy. What is laziness? Not laziness for material life, for maintenance, for earning money. There they are very active, but they are lazy for spiritual practices. That's what that manda means. Lazy. So one should not be lazy and one should not be crazy for money. One should be busy in bhakti. And ultimately one should be lazy for material life, crazy for Krishna, and busy in services to Krishna. All three. Yes. Any other? Clear? Yes. What else? Yes. Last? Could you come forward or speak louder, please? वो सुना मैंने सब एनिमेशन हो जाता है देन ओके
जब पूर्ण डिस्टर्ब हो जाता है ब्रह्मांड तब आदि देव महादेव और जो देवता है वो इससे टाइप पे डिस्टर्ब हो जाता है क्या होता है
Devatas will be destroyed, but Shiva is the Shambhu Tattva, but he comes from Sadashiv. So that Shiva is also permanent. He is eternal. His body is Satchidananda. So he will be in Kailas. Kailas Dham. Devi Dham, Mahesh Dham, and Hari Dham. Devi Mahesh Hari Dham Suteshu Teshu. So his Devi Dham is all destroyed. So Shiva will be in Kailas Dham. And demigods will be all destroyed. Those who become pure devotees, they will go back to Godhead, Brahma and others. And those who not, they will be again entering in the body of, if it is partial annihilation, they will enter in the body of Garbhodakshya Vishnu, in that navel, because that lotus also will go back, enter in the navel of Garbhodakshya Vishnu. So all jivas are stored there. But with the next creation, again that lotus will grow and on that Brahmaji will be born, etc. If it is full annihilation, then all the jivas, including demigods and everyone, they will all enter in the body of Mahavishnu. And next time when he exhales, yaha nishwasita kalam athavalambya jivanti loma vilaja jagadandanatha Vishnor mahansa ihayasya kala vishesho govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. So then with that exhalation, all the universes will come, and within that, then within the universe, Brahmaji will create, he will get all the living entities over there. So it goes on. Their spiritual existence remains, but materially they'll lose everything. All creation is only destroyed. Okay. Any other? Today? Okay. Gajendra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Sri Prabhupada ki jai, Samveda Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Simha Gaur Prabhu, he also joined.
He joined there.
Acha. So they don't have daily Bhagavatam.
There, I don't know, he's alone only there.
He has come here, Kamalakan Prabhu. Rakesh Prabhu or Rakesh Prabhu.
Rakesh Prabhu.
Okay.
Prabhuji, the option actually now this is weekday, huh? So evening in Jagannath we can have it. There it's more easy, accessible, and here they close everything because Bill Gates is coming.
Bill Gates is coming here. When?
I don't know, today or tomorrow he'll come. Tomorrow also your flight, we have to go very late.
Not really.
They
No,
block.
could you just find out those details?
Yeah.
When is he coming? And all that?
Yeah, yes.
If required, I can stay in Jagannath temple only. From
When
there,
is your flight?
tomorrow.
Okay, there is a room, everything set.
Yeah, room is there. Last time I stayed there. Only
Evening
thing,
we'll have class.
Ah.
We are calling congregation. But
where here or there?
around 50 devotees went for yatra today morning.
That is okay. So evening class
Evening
where?
there only, like here access is denied here.
Okay, because of Bill Gates.
Bill Gates. And well, they will allow after 9:30. Evening times there. That goes.
So
That
then
is also a
better.
good option. You
Yeah.
stay there because now for going to flight, from here I am little doubtful.
Yeah, so better then, because anyway, just morning program I'll attend. I cannot give
Their
class.
morning program is there.
Yeah, that's what. I cannot give class because flight is early.
There you can give time in the morning probably because there are some devotees who come for.
Okay, take, I can give early
If it
class.
is there, they will have
Yeah.
like there.
Okay. So then,
ఈవినింగ్ మనం పెట్టుకుందాం అక్కడ.
what about vehicle? Vehicle will be there?
Yeah.
Take me there.
That's not
Or there was cab then.
our congregations are that.
Okay, ठीक है. So better we.
One devotee, he was attending here event Rajikant.
Hmm.
మీకైనా కుదురుతుందా రేపు ఎయిర్పోర్ట్ లో వదలడానికి? When is your flight?
10:30. So I should be there by 9:15. Like that. So how much time it will take to reach?
To reach around
Maximum?
Jagannath temple.
50 minutes.
I'm
So
worried
एक घंटा
about
पकड़ ले.
the- I'm worried about the Bill Gates thing. If he's coming in the
So we can leave at around 8 o'clock. Very safe.
if he comes to airport there and
जल्दी पहुंच के, see, even if I
అది
reach.
ఒకసారి చెక్ చేస్తారా ఎప్పుడు అది ఇవ్వాలి అది ఈవెంట్
Somebody can find out, no? Either is it coming today or tomorrow? But anyway, today evening can be in Jagannath temple only.
that
And we can,
and then
I can stay there only. Just what I need is vehicle and prasadam.
ప్రసాదం our Prabhuji will go and cook.
Okay, take it, bus. That's it. We don't have to have it.
Or he will cook here and when you will take 9:30, but you will pack and give you.
No, I have to leave at 8 o'clock.
So it will pack and give you.
Yeah, because it is connecting flight.
So I will ask
Hyderabad is layover, I think.
Your congregation.
So I will need
make
both the times prasadam.
Our one devotee, any congregation. You will get them.
Initiated.
Obvious.
that you follow here.
So just both the times prasad, I think I'll have to see what time it reaches. But
So today, next session, we can have an evening.
there only, yes.
Yeah.
No afternoon. Yeah. Evening what time around?
Around 7, Gaur Aarti happens, 7:30.
7:30. 7:30 and then okay, then I'll sleep there only.
There. I'll ask Shrikant Prabhu there to arrange.
Shrikant Prabhu.
Udhar, he is in charge, Shrikant Narasimha Prabhu.
Yeah. And Rakesh will be with me or
Yeah, he will come.
Yudhishthir, not Yudhishthir. Yudhishthir can, somebody should be there. Who will take care of prasadam?
Yeah, that Yudhishthir. I'll tell him to be there tonight. And Rakesh also is coming. He said he will come directly to Jagannath only. We'll see.
Yes, Roj, I will come there.
He's asking, what do you say, Rakesh Rao?
Yes, Roj, I will come to Jagannath.
Okay, so we'll have evening program there only. No afternoon brahmachari class, 3 o'clock. Directly,
Okay.
7:20 around. 7:20, and I'll take rest there only. And tomorrow morning, so he will arrange our Balram.
Yeah,
Praveen Prabhu will arrange prasadam, and I will leave for airport from there only. Class tomorrow morning, you tell me. You can have
yeah.
early.
Generally, they do Mangalarti. After that, only they read Bhagavatam for about whoever comes to. And then they go for services, congregation.
Mangalarti, right?
Nashingarti, Shastakam. And then there's a Bhagavatam.
I'm chanting after that.
After that.
Okay,
Bhagavatam is around 20-25 minutes they do like.
okay. So we can have
And
some.
when we go there night stay, we you.
But that time or afterwards?
That time only.
That time only.
After that, people are busy with cooking.
But then their chanting remains.
They get time.
You
Some, well, not very long we do so there. That reading section is Bhagavatam reading.